Alright, this video is for Hayward. I have your quad finished up and your radio finished up. So you sent me your little Beta 85, I think this is. And you didn't have any OSD and you're having some problems with your radio. So the reason you didn't have OSD is because this particular setup, I don't remember, is this the FX 900 I think, or something like that? It comes with the video wire going straight from the camera directly into the VTX. So you got to cut it in the middle, as you can see I did there, and then run a separate wire from the camera going into the in on the flight controller, and then another one from the VTX going to the out on the flight controller, and then you'll have OSD. I also did some other settings in here to make it all good to go, since you are doing crossfire. And I had to raise the idle speed some and raise the startup power for the ESCs, because when you would arm it before, the motors would just do a little shake like this and that was it. And then the ESCs would end up resetting because they weren't starting the motors. So raising both of those helps quite a bit, but you still might have one motor that doesn't want to start up right away, so you just give it a little bit of throttle or maybe yaw a little bit and then it'll start up. I'll show you here in a second. And then your radio, it was on a super old firmware, so I upgraded the firmware and updated the SD card contents.
Welcome to OpenTX. Switch warning.
So now for crossfire, you just hold down the menu button and then it's right there at the bottom. Okay. So that's all good to go. And then you didn't have anything set up for your modes, so I went ahead and put ARM, but I didn't actually do one for modes, even though modes are set up in beta flight. So I'll just do another auxiliary real quick right here. Auxiliary 2 will be your modes switch. And I'll set it for this one, the long one. And it's set for angle, horizon, and then acro. So I think all the way up will be angle, middle will be horizon, and all the way down should be acro, but we'll check to make sure. So, but shit, actually, I just have this 1S battery. It's not going to stay in here. Let's see. Maybe it'll hang in there while I do a quick hover. There's your video, and you can see you got your OSD working. Alright, so let's go for a hover. I have not hovered this yet. It is set for props out, and it is on 3.5.7. So let's see what she does. You can see how the front two motors kind of didn't want to start, so I just gave it a little bit of throttle. Oh, you can't see because it's not on video. Alright, this isn't going to work. This battery just isn't enough. You sent these two batteries and they're super puffed up.
Telemetry lost.
They're like extra puffy, but since they are puffy, maybe they'll fit in here. We're gonna have to go with 2S. Oh yeah, nice and tight. Okay, I'm gonna pull this little plug out. With 2S, it probably won't have that problem of the motors not wanting to start. They'll probably all just start right up.
Telemetry recovered.
Alright, I'm gonna arm it and see. Yeah, you can see because you got more power going to it. So now all the motors will start up like normal. Alright, let's try this again on 2S. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so yeah, you can see it's on angle mode. And then if I flip this switch all the way down, now we got acro. Alright, so just to double show you here, it's the longer one. All the way up is angle, middle is horizon, and then all the way down is acro. Alright. Seems to be flying pretty nice. So yeah. Oh, I might not have shown you. This one is arm. So towards you is arm, away from you is disarm. And make sure your throttle is all the way down, or else it will not arm. So yeah, that should do it. Everything is good to go. I wouldn't trust these batteries though. I would get some new ones because they are pretty puffy.
Telemetry lost.
Which usually happens when you run them too low. These little 1S batteries, they don't last that long, so luckily they're pretty cheap. Alright, so that'll do it. I'm gonna get this stuff boxed up and shipped out, and I'll send you over tracking when I have it. Alright, thanks, Hayward.